What's going on, guys? Red Bull Dead here with a video on Anthem. Now, Anthem is a futuristic sci-fi third-person shooter in which you get to wear these awesome suits called javelins. Before we get too deep into this video, first I want to state that this is a demo. The game is set to be released on February 22nd, 2019. There are going to be things that change, but for the most part, this is a pretty good representation of how the game will be. In this video, we're mostly going to go over the Interceptor javelin, but we're going to touch on a few of the basics as well. As soon as you get into the game, you're going to have to run over to your little station. It's going to have your javelin, and from there you can edit your appearance. You can change out components, change weapons, you can even swap javelins. Once you're set, you can embark out on an expedition. During those expeditions, you can do strongholds with a group, you can play solo, you can do missions, or you can just do free play. The world's pretty open, and it's going to be bigger on the actual launch, so feel free to explore and get your bearing. I'm not going to lie to you guys, at first, flying was terrible. I didn't know how to control it, I was crashing all over the place, but I finally got the hang of it. And then I found out you could swim also, and that was a whole nother mess. Now in Anthem, your guns are kind of supplemental. You want to use those in between your skills. Your skills are going to be your main focus. And with those skills, you can chain them together to create combos. And they refer to them as primers and detonators. Now, not all skills are primers or detonators, but the ones that aren't deal more raw damage. You can see I prime an enemy here, and then I detonate the target with my melee ability, which then does a lot more damage. Here you'll see an example of a world event. These pop up kind of randomly when you're in free play. You'll get a treasure chest with some loot every time you complete one. You can do it solo, random people can join in. They're often pretty fun, sometimes challenging, but worth the reward. Now with this build on the Interceptor, both of my abilities are primers, and then my melee is a detonator. So basically what I try and do is prime most of the enemies and then detonate them with my melee. So you're not going to see me use my firearms a whole lot, but I really like the melee on this class. This is the only javelin that does not have a cooldown on the melee ability, so you're free to use it whenever you want, and you can string along combat very fluidly with this build. Now as you can see, the Interceptor is fast, and it's faster than all of the other javelins. I'm running around everywhere, I'm popping my flight left and right, trying to get in and out, sprinting, using my boosters, dodging, pretty much trying to move as fast as I can, not get hit by any bullets, and deal as much damage as possible. You're kind of a glass cannon with this build, but it is so much fun. While playing solo, sometimes you can run into some enemies that are pretty powerful and very hard to kill. And sometimes you can just get overwhelmed by a ton of enemies at once. I definitely suggest playing this game with some friends, and if you can work together to combat all the enemies at once, you're going to do a lot better. Plus, it's definitely going to be more fun with friends. Most games are, and this is absolutely one of them. Now this is pretty cool. Each class has their own ultimate ability. The one that I have for the Interceptor is a melee-based ability called Assassin's Blade. It makes you invulnerable and you deal a ton more damage. Now one thing that I'm not really crazy about is the way that you heal. So your shield will regenerate over time. You have to pick up these little health triangles. It's kind of like health globes on Diablo. It makes it a little bit difficult whenever you retreat back behind some cover and you're low on health. Now you will regenerate a little bit of health, maybe enough to get you by. Maybe you can kill one or two enemies and pick up some more health. But sometimes it's kind of difficult to get back up on top of things. And as far as I know, this is the only way to heal yourself. You have to kill enemies and they drop it on the ground. You gotta run over to it and pick it up. And a lot of times that's in the middle of a fight. So it can be hard to stay alive, especially on the harder difficulties. It's definitely worth noting that all enemies have a weak spot. A spot where you can do critical damage or you can get a crit hit. It's worth your time to try and find that spot where you can do the crit damage, because you're going to kill the enemy a lot faster. And hey, it's nice to see those crit numbers pop up on the screen. So Anthem is a loot-based game. So basically the purpose behind everything you do is to get better loot. You're looking for weapons, you're looking for augments, you're looking for consumables, crafting material, anything you can get to make your javelin better. Anthem is a very diverse place. You're going to find some really weird creatures out there. There's some really cool ones too. This one in particular is pretty big, and he packs a really mean punch. But as long as you're persistent, you got your ultimate, you got some ammo, and you got your skills, you'll be alright. It's really worth noting, since the ultimate can make you invulnerable, if you're about to die, pop it. Might as well. If you can live longer, help your teammates out, throw up your ultimate, deal some damage, and maybe you'll get lucky. Now that's about all for this episode. Now there's a lot I didn't get to cover about some of the more advanced parts of combat and even the character customization. I will be coming with some more videos to explain some of that stuff in greater detail. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you could share the video, that'd help me out a lot. Also stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Head over to my Twitch page, come hang out. Follow me on there to get notifications when I go live. Come and ask your questions, hang out. We'll play some games together. We'll have a good time. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.